Hi, I'm Sister Virgil the Doubtful. You don't know. And this is the poorly animated Book of Mormon. P-A-B-O-M. And this is chapter 18 of 1 Nephi. Last time we talked about building a boat, and this time, I guess we're going to. I'm sure it will be very detailed and very descriptive. And it came to pass that they did worship the Lord. They who, man? It's the start of a chapter. Identify your pronouns. And did go forth with me, and we did work timbers of curious workmanship. The timbers were of curious workmanship, or the work you did was curious? Curious George workmanship. And the Lord did show me from time to time after what manner I should work the timbers of the ship. Did he come down and be cool, just like looking at Rome? No. You want to use the lathe. You want to turn it this way. Now I, Nephi, did not work the timbers after the manner which was learned by men. Okay, you lived in Jerusalem. I don't think you would have. Neither did I build the ship after the manner of men. So, after the manner of aliens, or fish, or... we don't know. It doesn't say. I guess he's just explaining away the miracle when you don't have to. You've already said it's a miracle. We either buy it or we don't. But I did build it after the manner which the Lord had shown unto me. It's a God boat. Wherefore it was not after the manner of men. Repetitive. And I, Nephi, did go into the mount oft. Go into the into the mountains often is what he's shortening it up, man. He's given us the quick version. And I did pray oft unto the Lord, wherefore the Lord showed unto me great things, like how to build ocean-going vessels. And it came to pass that after I had finished the ship... Whoa, wait. What? I had finished the ship. Man, they don't even talk about it. Just, I did some curious work, and I prayed a lot, and bam, boat. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You have a boat? According to the word of the Lord, my brethren beheld that it was good. Well, how would they know? Honestly, how would they know? If you had me build a boat that was not of the manner of men, and was somehow this magic boat, how would I'd have no idea. It's like me looking at a snowmobile. I have no experience with snowmobiles. I've never driven one. I don't know that I've ever been next to one in real life. I've seen them on TV. But if I'd never seen a snowmobile and you walked me up to a snowmobile and said, "What do you think of this vehicle?" What would I say? I wouldn't care. Fine, whatever. And the workmanship was exceedingly fine. Wow, a little pat on the back there. Wherefore they did humble themselves again before the Lord. Sure. Good boat, God. Way to go. And it came to pass that the voice of the Lord came unto my father, that we should arise and go down unto the ship. Lay high. Go down to the boat. Well, I mean, what else are you going to do? You built a boat. Well, wait a minute. Is it just sitting in the water? How did you build it in the water? Did you build a dock? Is there like a champagne ceremony where you smash it? I don't know. And it came to pass that on the morrow, after we had prepared all the things, much fruit and meat from the wilderness, and honey in abundance. Where are you getting all this stuff? And provisions according to that which the Lord had commanded us, we did go down into the ship with all our loading and our seeds, and whatsoever thing we had brought with us, every one according to his age. What? He went in chronological order? Wherefore we did go down into the ship with our unnamed wives and our unnumbered children. And now my father had begat 2 sons in the wilderness. Oh. All right, well, so you have you have brothers that are as old as your children. That's interesting. The elder was called Jacob, and the younger Joseph. And of course they have names because they're men. And it came to pass, after we had all gone down into the ship, how many is that? And had taken with us our provisions and things which had been commanded us, we did put forth into the sea. What sea? Where are we? And were driven forth before the wind towards the promised land. So that suggests they're going east, across the Pacific. Wow. And after we had been driven forth before the wind for the space of many days, behold, my brethren and the sons of Ishmael, and also their wives, began to make themselves merry. All right. Dun, 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 dun. insomuch that they began to dance and to sing and to speak with much rudeness. Oh man, I was rocking out and you kind of cut it down. Rudeness, like they got stripper poles up in this? I'm drawing stripper poles. I'm putting stripper poles on the boat. I'm just forewarning future me that you have to draw stripper poles here. Yay! No, yay! Woohoo! Stripper! Even that they did forget by what power they had been brought thither. They'd been brought thither. Yea, they were lifted up into exceeding rudeness. Ooh, the things just got cray-cray up in here. I like it. It is a party boat. It's like the party yacht with the kegger, and maybe you got a little something down below nobody's mentioning. We're going to sneak off. And I, Nephi, began to fear exceedingly, lest the Lord should be angry with us. He's a party pooper. And smite us because of our iniquity. Somebody called the popo. Man, who narked on us, that we should be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. Wherefore I, Nephi, began to speak to them with much soberness. Oh, man, don't be that guy. Come on, Nephi, don't be that guy. But behold, they were angry with me, saying, dude, we are partying, leave us alone. No, what they actually said was, we will not that our younger brother shall be a ruler over us. That's really a sticking point with you guys. And it came to pass that Laman and Lemuel did take me and bind me with cords. Ooh, party went a little crazy here. And they did treat me with much harshness. I am not, no mental image, go away. Go away, mental image. Nevertheless, the Lord did suffer it that he might show forth his power. Okay, I seriously thought I skipped a sentence there. So they bind him with cords, and they treated him harshly, and the Lord did suffer it. Okay, the Lord is letting it happen, unto the fulfilling of his word which he had spoken concerning the wicked. And it came to pass that after they had bound me insomuch that I could not move, typically, the compass, oh, he actually called it a compass, not the brass ball. Huh. That's interesting. They're not even pretending anymore that it's some sort of odd device. It's just a compass, although it does have that text messaging window, which had been prepared of the Lord, did cease to work. Ooh, now you don't know where you're going. That's not good. Wherefore they knew not whither they should steer the ship. How do you steer the ship? What does it look like? What's it? Is it a sailboat? Is it a rocket? Is it a giant whale? I don't know. Insomuch that there arose a great storm. Yea, a great and terrible tempest. And we were driven back upon the waters for the space of 3 days. So the wind is blowing you backwards. And they did begin to be frightened exceedingly. Have you been tied up this whole time? Lest they should be drowned in the sea. Nevertheless, they did not loose me. Yep, yeah, question answered. And on the 4th day, which we had been driven back, the tempest began to be exceedingly sore. By a thesaurus, man. And it came to pass that we were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. And after we had been driven back upon the waters for the space of 4 days, is this 4 more days, or are we still on the 4th day? My brethren began to see that the judgments of God were upon them, and they must perish, save that they should repent of their iniquities. Wherefore they came unto me and loosened the bands which were upon my wrist. You know, they did this before. This is seriously a repeat. They did this back when you got Ishmael's daughters, and you prayed. So why not pray this time? Is this just so God can make an example of them? So mine ankles were much swollen. Loosened the bands upon my wrist, and behold, they had swollen exceedingly, and also mine ankles were much swollen, and great was the soreness thereof. That sucks, man. 4 days tied to whatever. We'll do that. Nevertheless, I did look unto my God, and I did praise him all the day long. So we're going to day 5. And I did murmur against the Lord did not murmur against the Lord. Whew. It was a close one. Against the Lord because of mine afflictions. Now my father Lehi had said many things unto them. Well, I would think so. It's been 5 days. And also unto the sons of Ishmael, the unnamed sons of Ishmael. But behold, they did breathe out much threatenings against anyone that should speak for me. And my parents being stricken in years, and having suffered much grief because of their children. Yeah, children will do that. They were brought down, yea, even upon their sick beds. Because of their grief and much sorrow, and the iniquity of my brethren, they were brought near even to be carried out of this time to meet their God. Yea, their gray hairs were about to be brought down to lie low in the dust. Oof, Yea, even they were near to be cast with sorrow into a watery grave. So are they dead, or is this just a description of how close to death they are? I don't know. And Jacob and Joseph also being young. How young? How young are they? I mean, they could be 6, 8, having need of much nourishment. Okay, were grieved because of the afflictions of their mother, and also my wife with her tears and prayers, and also my children, plural, did not soften the hearts of my brethren that they would loose me. Got it. And there was nothing save it were the power of God which threatened them with destruction, could soften their hearts. Wherefore, when they saw that they were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea, they repented of the thing that they had done, insomuch, one word, that they loosed me. And it came to pass that after they had loosed me, behold, I took the compass, and it did work whither I desired it. And it came to pass, wow, a mid-verse came to pass, that I prayed unto the Lord, and after I had prayed, the winds did cease, and the storm did cease, and there was great calm. And it came to pass that I, Nephi, did guide the ship, and we sailed again toward the promised land. And it came to pass that after we had sailed for the space of many unnumbered days, we did arrive at the promised land. What? Apparently a whole lot of many days. They have reached the west coast of America. And we went forth upon the land and did pitch our tents, and we did call it the promised land. That's creative. And it came to pass that we did begin to till the earth, and we began to plant seeds, and we did put, so I guess they landed in the spring, we did put all our seeds into the earth. All of them? No backups, man, just all in. Nothing for next year. Which we had brought from the land of Jerusalem, and it came to pass that they did grow exceedingly. Wow. Your time is now sprinting forward. Wherefore we were blessed in abundance. And it came to pass that we did find upon the land of promise, as we journeyed in the wilderness, that there were beasts in the forest of every kind. Every kind? I don't think there's beasts of every kind. This is America in 600 BC. Well, I don't know how many years later it is. Let's say 550, 520. Really have no idea how much time has passed here. Both the cow. There's no cows in America, are there? I don't think there are cows in America. And the ox and the ass and the horse. There are no horses in America in this time. They were brought over. And the goat and the wild goat, apparently distinct. Did you bring goats? Because otherwise they're all wild goats. And I don't even know if there are wild goats. And I'm not going to research this. If there are, there are. If they're not, there are not. It's pointless. And all manner of wild animals, which were for the use of men. And we did find all manner of ore. Okay. Ore both of gold and of silver and of copper. End of chapter. Bam. End of chapter. So I don't know if it's worth complaining about it again, but the time passage in this is bewildering and baffling and confusing. We had a boat that basically went from God showed up to help me make it, and then it existed. We have 5 days described somewhat, and then boom, we're in America. Woohoo, welcome to America. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. America. So that's weird. And then they get there and they planted stuff and found animals, and boom, all is well with the world. So I don't know. It was a good chapter. It was an interesting chapter. Lots to sort of make fun of. And yeah, they're there. So everybody's now in America. No problems getting across the Pacific at all, except when they are not, when they're being exceptionally rude. That was the highlight, by the way, was the stripper poles on the boat in the Pacific. So we're going to go with that. And it came to pass that I am Virgil, your guide, and this is the Poorly Animated Book of Mormon, and you are free to like and subscribe and come back again, and I hope to see you. And it came to pass that I did hope to see you exceedingly. Yay! See you next time.